The song is called Mary on a Cross. The artist is Ghost. The album is 7 Inches of Satanic Panic.
You know Michael Knowles is so musically illiterate when he can't tell the difference between an EP and an album. Newsflash, dummy. Fucking 7 Inches of Satanic Panic by Ghost is a EP, not an album. An album actually requires numerous songs. EPs not so much, dummy. What is up, fellow metalheads and rockers? This is your captain speaking, Destructor here, and today we are talking about a crippling retard known as Michael Knowles, because Michael Knowles goes full on SJW over a Ghost song. Yeah, a fucking Ghost song. So yeah, the band Ghost made a song called Mary on a Cross, which came out like 5 years ago or something like that, and Michael Knowles finds it extraordinarily sacrilegious, as the title of this video is, and we are going to respond to this crap, so let's get into it.
You can cut it off. There we go. All right. I guess that's why it's considered sacrilegious and blasphemous, which it obviously is. So let me see. I'll scan the lyrics very quickly and just see if there's anything worth even talking about here. Holy Mary. I assume this would refer to Our Lady, the mother of God.
Oh, good Lord. Where do we start? I mean, the fact that this guy said, oh, I assume it's about Our Lady, Mother Mary. No, it's not. It's about the loving relationship of Sister Imperator. Yeah, not really hard to figure that one out, buddy. But, even then, I find it hilarious that this guy pretty much didn't even, finish the song. I mean, for God's sakes, he only lasted about watching, just under 2 minutes, which, hey, that seems to be, the amount of time he lasts in bed. I'm just gonna be fucking honest. Somebody's so angry and miserable. But even then, with this guy, you could have just did some, post-editing where you just fast-forward through the song so you don't have to, you can avoid the copyright shit, okay? It's not that fucking hard. Besides, you're missing out on potential, extra lyrics and stuff that's oh, hey, maybe I'll actually give extra context to the song or something. But since you decided to only go through just under 2 minutes, oh, that's just enough. It's no, it fucking ain't, buddy. Come on, it's only, 4 minutes. How hard is it gonna fucking kill you? You just got through halfway through the song, retard.
Mary on a Cross. And then obviously there's this disgusting sexual lyric later, which means probably the earlier ones are somewhat sexual. This is a world that is enthralled to principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. So the one we're really talking about, silver lining and a touch of gray here. The one notable cultural development from this is the return of blasphemy and sacrilege as having cultural cachet. Probably this is because our culture is just enthralled once again to demons in a really open way that had not been the case for a lot of the period from the incarnation up through the present.
Way to tell us that you don't understand metal music without saying you do. It's not really surprising that he doesn't understand because he's been sheltered through his whole life and stuff in this fucking holy roly Bible thumper shit. But even then, I can forgive that stuff if he just wasn't so ignorant. This song, really, this song is gonna really be bringing the spiritual wickedness and stuff. It's been so open. It's dude, most of these degenerates don't even listen to rock and metal music to begin with because it's been falling out a wayside. And even though Ghost is one of the more popular rock bands in the world these days, they still ain't shit compared to someone like Kanye West or fucking Kendrick Lamar or whoever. They ain't shit compared to them like that. They would probably be at best an opening act or some shit. They're not really all that relevant. And even then with Ghost, it's just stage presence. It's just theatrics to them. This is nothing new, okay? They take this stuff and it's hey, this would be great for a show because, hey, let's be honest here, doing that type of imagery is great for entertainment and stuff. Besides, in a weird way, they're actually spreading the message in God and stuff. I thought you would all actually appreciate that, but oh no, wait, they're not following the Bible, I'm not really surprised. This guy will just spew off the amount of garbage that he does, so, next.
In the Middle Ages, the swear words, the vulgar, profane words tended to be sacrilegious words. And there are all sorts of examples of it, many of which are now probably unintelligible to people. But they would refer to the wounds of Christ, for instance, or they would refer to Our Lady or something. And then in recent years, we talked about this on the show about a month ago. In recent years, profanity and vulgarity has been more bodily, I suppose, just like things about like copulation and, bodily fluids and all sorts of gross stuff. And the sacrilegious ones have fallen out of favor because people didn't take religion that seriously. And so now you might say, well, with the return of this kind of sacrilege, this is further evidence. We're moving even further away from Christianity. But in a way, it means people are taking religion more seriously. The fact that these people are dressing up like nuns, the fact that this whole set looks kind of like a church, with stained glass and even crosses there, and the fact that they would sing these hideous, hideous things about Mary.
You really did not do any research on this song whatsoever. You just gave out like an empty-handed reactionary take, which I'm not really surprised. That's kind of like the norm for him. But even then, you can tell this guy has no arguments because he's talking about stuff that is unrelated, like about cuss words and stuff. I'm talking about, people are actually taking religion more seriously now because of all the imagery. It's like, wait, what does this have to do with anything? This makes no fucking sense. It has no point or meaning whatsoever. You could have just did like a basic like Google search, like some basic research. All I had to do was like look up the song like Mary on a Cross is like meaning on Genius or something, and you would have find what you need to do. In fact, here's something I found while researching, something that Michael Knowles and the Daily Wire lack in general doing, is that Tobias Forge, the lead singer, clarifies what the song actually means, so you can't fucking take this shit out of context. Here's what he had to say.
And there are multiple layers of the lyrics that might be might be important for people to understand. That okay, so the chorus is written very tongue-in-cheek, of course. Go down doesn't necessarily mean as in a 69 sense of the word.
Right.
It can also mean go down as in go down in history.
Yes.
Go down, and that's you're on ascend.
Yes.
You're ascending. Mary doesn't necessarily mean Mother Mary of Jesus. It also,
I gathered that.
It might mean Mary Magdalene.
Right.
The proclaimed whore that might have actually been the wife of Jesus, if you want to be just as a symbol for someone who came off as one thing but actually had other intentions and did something else.
Yes.
So someone who's miscredited.
Yeah.
And I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not going to explain exactly all the elements of the song, but it's more about friendship and how you together with someone else might have been something at one point, and then you just ended up not being like that.
Yeah.
And also just throwing it out there. My stage name when I was in Repugnant was Mary Gore. So
yeah, so
it might be an internal conversation as well.
It's possible.
I'm just telling you that.
So the fact that is so extraordinarily sacrilegious and blasphemous makes me think that as the old lower gods, the demons, return to now explicit worship in some cases. We put up a Baphomet statue in a state capitol in the United States just months ago. As that happens, there will be a re-engagement with religion. And so not that these people, are intending that. They're obviously just intending to give offense to God.
Congratulations, Michael Knowles. You actually fell for the bait that was intended, because when you actually listen to the song, you think, this is actually about the Virgin Mary itself, when in reality, oh wait, it's not, as I already, explained and demonstrated beforehand, and you fell for this crap like a fucking idiot, and I have to be that guy. What about the song itself that's so offensive to you? Like, what you are getting your arms so raised about, man? It's fucking ridiculous. And you mentioned about, like, some satanic, like, Baphomet statue bullshit that was, like, raised up in the Capitol months ago. Again, what does that have to do with, like, the song itself? They're just bringing out, it's just like, oh, there's nothing that's satanic, the whole world's going satanic and stuff, and God wins. And it's like, okay, yeah, God always wins, duh. But it's like, bro, you're reaching for anything just to make this song way more bad and way more like, sacrilegious and just fucking terrible than it actually is. Nice try.
The libs are on offense. One kind of silly example of them being on offense, they are trying to rename a federal prison after Donald Trump. This is their version of trolling, and they're not. The libs are not as they sometimes have a couple winners, but they're generally not as good at trolling and memes and counterculture as the right is.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Okay, I'm done with this hypocrite. So, yeah, when it comes to Michael Knowles himself, this guy has done a homosexual scene in a movie. Yeah, dead ass. Something that's way more sinful and disgusting than what the hell he's complaining about ghosts. Because when you really look at that video, it's just nothing but projection coming from him. It's clearly projection at its very finest, which I'm not really surprised. I'm not really interested in talking about the whole Donald Trump stuff and the whole like culture war garbage, all conservatives or like the counterculture. That shit doesn't matter because this guy is just shamefully trying to get more AdSense from YouTube and just try to get more money because you need to stretch the shit out because a 5-6 minute video is not as interesting as a near 10-minute video. You gotta do that for the algorithm. It's very shameful. But at the end of the day, when it comes to fucking shameless sellouts like Michael Knowles, who will sell out their entire integrity and respect just to like grift towards religious conservatism, I'm not surprised. So, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Take care and of course, rock on, bitches!
That was... wow.
Thanks. Have you not done it with men?
Mind if we don't get into that?
Oh yeah, sure. It's not a lot, is it?
Can I get a towel?
Gay!